Hello guys, welcome back to a new tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make an inventory system. This will be a 5-part series on how to do it. Today we're going to be getting the basic scripting down, and so yeah, I recommend you know a little bit of Unity 3D first because it's the program we're going to be using. So yeah, go ahead and go into your project manager down here, right click, create C#, and we're going to call this Inventory Manager. Open that up. Okay. Let's delete this. Alright, so at the top here, you're going to say using system collections.generic. And then we're going to say public list. Inside the parameters, we're going to say game object. Items is the name of the list equals new list game object. Alright, so next we're going to say public void update. In the update function, we're going to put in if input dot get mouse button down. We're going to delete that input here. Alright, now we're going to say 0. Alright, next we're going to say we're going to have a ray cast, so ray equals camera dot main dot screen point to ray. Let's delete that. Okay, and then we're going to say input dot mouse position. Next, we're gonna say raycast hit. There we go. And we're gonna say if physics dot raycast. Not raycast hit, just raycast. In this, we're gonna say ray, comma out, space hit, comma. We're gonna actually say 100, but we're gonna change that. In here we're gonna say if hit dot transform dot it's a capital T. We need to be lowercase. Dot game object dot tag equals item, because we want it to be an item that we want to grab for imagery. And then in this we're going to say, let's see, we are going to say items.add not add component menu, just add, and then we're going to say hit dot transform dot game object. Okay, now that we're done with that, we need to say hit dot transform dot parents equals this dot transform. We're going to change this later to equal the player because this script may be attached to something else. Then we're going to copy that and paste it, and we're going to see this dot transform dot position equals this dot transform dot position. And then the last thing is hit dot transform dot game object dot set active Alright. And we're gonna say false. Okay. Alright, so go into Unity. If we put this to the camera, add a game object, cube, shove it forward. I already have the item tag. I think that's what it is. Item, yep. Item tag created, so. And we have an error. It's a parser error. Let's go look what that is. Alright, I know why. There you go. I'm just gonna add another colon. And there's a bunch of errors. Let's look at what they are. Still a parser error. Let's figure this out. This goes to that one, that goes to that one, that goes to that one. There's none here. Alright. Let's oh, okay, so there was something called there was something event here, so I'm gonna change that wherever it is. Let's see. Where did I use inputs? I will be right back, guys, when I see. Okay, I found it. It's right there. It just needs to be input, not input.event. There we go. This should work. Okay. Now when we play this, we click the cube. It deletes, and we have it in our items list. And under our main camera, which is perfect. That's exactly what we want. Alright, so, next we're actually going to make the inventory itself. So we can probably just delete this cube, add a plane, move it down, scale it up. Alright, we're going to create an inventory. So we're just going to do buttons, and we're going to scale these buttons to be... It would probably be better if we use panels, so I'm going to go ahead and use panels. Yeah, there we go. And then have an image inside the panel. There we go. Let's use panel. Move it over. This is our imagery. Make it as big as you want. I'm going to make it fairly large. Go. Because I want a lot of spaces. Alright, so this is also include, actually I'm going to make it full screen. There we go. And I'm going to make it a grayish color. You can make it any color you want. Go ahead and make a button in here. Okay, so I think for slots and stuff like that, I'm going to figure that out in a minute here. Just duplicate all these guys until we get a decent amount of slots here. Or else I got to put a crafting system and a another system after that in. So I will move these down because the crafting options would be somewhere else. So just keep duplicating the buttons until you get a full inventory. I'll be right back. The best inventory, but that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to go ahead and delete the text out of all of these. And put them under a empty game object after I do this. And we also need to rename them to their specific slots. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and put them under an empty game object called slots. In here. Buttons, slots, be right back. Okay guys, so I went ahead and named all the slots. Let's try to name slot 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah, I have 12 slots. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and go to project panel and create a C# script called slot. Go ahead and open that up. Okay, so first thing you want to do is at the top you want to say using Unity Engine.ui, and then we're going to delete all this, and we're going to say public int you can just say slot or next slot. Let's do next slot, and we're going to set this to 1. And then we're going to say public sprites image, or you can name this anything. I'll name it icon. And then we'll say public int, and we can do weight. It doesn't matter, but we will do that. Okay. So then we're going to say public void slot function. We can just call it that. All right. So then we'll say this dot game object dot get component, and we're gonna get the component of image. Oh, I gotta do this. Sorry. Alright, image, and then we're gonna parentheses dot override sprite. And then we're gonna say equals icon. Alright. And then we'll say next slot plus equals 1. Or how many ever. Well, we're gonna do 1 because that's what you're gonna need. Alright, so after you have that done, we go ahead and go to Imagery Manager. And then we're gonna say when you get before we do that, we want to go back into slot, and then we're gonna say we actually can delete the icon and the weight. I'm pretty sure. Let's do this first. Sprite icon, comma, int weight. I think that's how you think that'll work. Let's go back here, see if that's it. Parsing error. Yes, parsing error because I did not finish that off. Alright. Slot does not contain definition for game object. There we go. Let's do this. Alright, now we can go back in here. And we should find same error. Capitalize this. Alright, that should be all of our errors gone. There. Alright. So now what we can do is we can go to Imagery Manager, and we're going to say, we're actually going to, before we do that, to our object that we have, wherever it is. We don't have one yet. Alright, let's create a cube. We're going to get the tag of item, and then we're going to say item. That's our script that we're going to add. Go ahead and open that up, and then we're going to say just public sprite image, and public and weight. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get a simple sprite in here. Alright. And yeah. Okay. So what we're going to say is we're going to say Imagery Manager, and we're just going to put a before any of the, actually we're going to say hit.transform dot no, that's not what I want. Dot game object dot get component item. Man, we did this wrong. Item dot, and we're just gonna say what did I call it? Image. Okay, let's see. Actually, before we do that, we're gonna say yes. We're gonna call let's see. We're gonna say game object. Nah, come on. Object dot find, and we're just gonna want to find. Let's see, what's one in here? We want to find the canvas. Actually, we're just gonna do slots. Actually, yeah, here we go. So I know we want to do this in slot. We're gonna say put void update. We need the next slot to be in Inventory Manager, not that script. And then we're gonna say game object dot find. We're gonna do main camera for now. We may need to change that later. Let's put change main camera, and then we're gonna say dot get game object dot get component, and this will be Inventory Manager, and then we can say that. Alright, let's see if this is expecting this. Where is it wanting that? Okay, let's go back here, figure out what's going on. Alright, so I switched over. As you can see, no errors, so we're gonna say GameObject.find, and we're gonna say slot plus next slot.
I have to put it back.
Alright, so we're gonna say dot get component, and we're gonna get the component slot dot slot function. Alright, so that should work. We go in here, there's an error. Yes, we have an error because we have to put in the image, so .game object dot get component, and this component we're gonna say yeah, and then we'll put this here. Get component item, and then we're gonna say dot image, and same thing over here, except instead of image we'll do wait. Wait. Alright. All this should work. We just have to. And let's make sure all this stuff works. Okay, so this item will be of image, which is unexpected symbol. On 19. Comma. Okay. So I just saw this here, and that was a problem. I forgot to add something there. Okay. Now when we play this, should, if I was able to see even see the item, we'll create a toggle for this in a little bit. Let's move it to view, game view. And we just click it. Alright. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. Let's find this out here really quick. On, I think it's 19. Slot, next slot, slot 1. Alright, let's go through this. And then we're going to get the component of slot dot game object dot get component slot. And when we get this, we want to call slot function. And then we're going to say hit.transform.game object. And we're .get component item, and that's the image. This should work fine, and it does not. Be right back when I figure it out. Alright, so all these guys didn't have anything, so we're just gonna put slot on them. That's all. And we gotta put an icon in here too, so. Oh wait, no, never mind. We shouldn't have done that. There. Just add the slot. There, and when we click it, nothing happens again. Okay. Right, found the issue for that. Main camera. Play it, click, and there we go. Alright, let's go ahead and make a turning off the canvas or the slots script. So we're just gonna say turn. Alright, we'll do off on button or something like that. It doesn't matter. Alright guys, so I went ahead and made the slot inventory going back and forth. So you press Q and you close it. It's really moving it out of the way, so you click the items and you bring them back, and here they are. So I'm going to show you the code for that, and you can copy this. Basically, I'm saying getting the trigger on when I press Q, and basically just saying move it out of the way on the axis. So yeah, that is the code for that. Let me move it outwards so you guys can see it. You can pause the video here if you want to copy that. It will also be in the description to download. Alright. Okay, so I will go ahead and go through the code that we did. As you can see, if we click this, it'll go here, and then yep. And you can also just change the icons for the item. So if you just change the icons, it'll work too. So yeah, I just made them all one icon. But if I went ahead and made another one, I was using Blender 3D. So I'll make another one real quick. I'm going to make a green one. And let's go ahead. And I'm just going to sprite. And give it to one of the cubes here. And to where you can see it goes to the next slot. That's the gray one, and then the green one. And if we redid that, we'll do the green one, and as you can see, it goes to the next slot. Alright, so let's go over the code. Here we go. Alright, so first the Imagery Manager. Alright, so what are we doing? We have the next slot, which basically gets the next slot. We have a list here of game objects that we're using for the stuff, for the items. We have the update function, and in this update function, we're saying, okay, so if I click and I hit, the raycast is like shooting at a ray, and if the ray hits something, if it hits something with the tag item, then go ahead and add it to our list. Also add it to the slot, which is this line here. Make its parent the camera, or the object that the script is attached to, make the position where the object of the object that the script is attached to is position, and then we're gonna turn ourselves off so to where we don't see the object anymore. So yeah, that's that. In our item, we're gonna add more, but this is just a sprite, an image, and a weight. We're gonna do the weight next time. We have an icon here for the slot, so the icon that the slot's gonna have when it gets it, weight, and then we have the update function we don't actually need, so we can delete that. And then we have the slot function, and we can just basically this is just changing the sprite image, and then this is just changing it to where it's the next slot over that it's going to select next time. So yeah, all the bugs and stuff that if you find with this, tell me in the comments below. And the next tutorial, I will go ahead and fix them all in that tutorial, plus add more stuff. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next tutorial. Hopefully it's another one of these.